Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas.
Oh, he's been caught on, he's had a shot! Rabiot, Loftus-Cheek. Now it's Pulisic. De Bruyne. Bergkamp. Can he get it through? He is just caressing the ball. Rabiot did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing...
He rises! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Wan-Bissaka. And it's De Bruyne. That's Gundogan. And it's Bergkamp. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Pulisic. Spread it left. Back into the middle. Nkunku. Real chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence, win good ball, and they're in.
Minutes is number 18, Nkunku.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, this is a great position.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Loftus-Cheek, and it's made its way to him. Busquets. De Bruyne charging forward, the ball at his feet. And that pass isn't the best. And they can counter here. Pulisic powering forward here. Loftus-Cheek! Loftus-Cheek! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Terrific header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Loftus-Cheek certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Busquets. Bruno Fernandes stood his ground strongly. And it's Loftus-Cheek. Gabia, passes coming off in quick succession here. Batasagi has it out wide and in space. Batasagi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Rabiot, looking for options for movement. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Auxerre truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
In towards the back stick. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Saka. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Busquets. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Batasagi. Pulisic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bergkamp. Bergkamp takes control of it and he's on the move.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's having a shot! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
Here we go again then.
Auxerre can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Bergkamp. Busquets. Batasagi. Rabiot. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And it's Bergkamp. Bruno Fernandes. Bergkamp. De Bruyne. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Batasagi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Aimed beyond the defence. Bruno Fernandes. And he's whipped to a big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Gabia. Now it's Nkunku. Good ball, good take. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Forwards and with intent, and it's Bruno Fernandes. He's having a go!
The attendance for this match
And
was
that is doing no harm at all.
60,332.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Gabia. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might...
And the shot! He has done it! Oza back on level terms! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Drilled in low. Wan-Bissaka gets good distance on it. Saka. And De Ligt. Wan-Bissaka. De Bruyne. That's Busquets. Saka. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Loftus-Cheek. Oh, that's fabulous. Taken back almost at once. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Salmakers crosses it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. De Bruyne. And here's Pulisic. Played with finesse. Oh, well played, well played.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he get on the end of this? Modric. Modric play. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that. Clinical.
Milan take the lead.
Substitution.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now,
Coming on
or
the
try and finish it
field
off?
is number 19,
Gundogan.
Fofana.
Modric.
Substitution.
Gabia, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope.
Decent chance! It's a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
But there's going to be another change here. So they were calling for him, and now they get him.
Well, it does have its detractors always, but Route 1 has certainly proven itself effective over the years.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Auxerre really will have to throw everything at this now. It's Modric!
Maybe 3 minutes at a time.
Oh, that was no routine save.
Modric clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the number on the board is 3. And it's De Bruyne. Strokes it back. Fratesi knocks it out wide. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And the shot! And that's it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So, overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy.
And so the thrill of the opening game. Giddy hope and expectation. They all line up as equals, looking for the perfect start. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Day one, and everybody eager to get off to a good start.
Yes, and that's very apparent, Peter. Competition football is a different beast entirely, and you have to be prepared to dig deep to prevent every...
He's gone for goal! That carried quite a threat. Opts for safety. Now, can they get him away? Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, someone I see as a great defensive midfielder is this guy, Benacer. At 5'9", Peter, he might not seem the biggest, but he does have a knack of winning duels against much bigger opponents. And you can't fault his awareness and his decision-making, which are usually spot on. This guy rarely gets caught out.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Turns back here, probably the best option. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Algeria with the corner, they're first. And that should get the job done. And it's Mahrez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Boudaoui. Now it's Guiri. Aouar. Still goalless at the moment. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Guiri. There's the delivery. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Atal. Getting on for a third of the way through the game.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Gets into some space. Tries to play it through. And he shoots! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
It's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that certainly wasn't part of the script. Sometimes you can get a little lucky, but they can use that now to raise their confidence and add a bit more belief.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's in plenty of space here. This looks promising. And the shot!
Algeria truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now there's a fine ball. Nice control. Plays it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Crosses it in. And he was alert to it. Benacer. And Boudaoui. Nouri. And the counter is on. Oh, he's bustling through here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Chance! Boudaoui. Ball played for Mahrez. Aouar. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
So that was the first half.
Algeria
We believe
would
the
seem
boys can turn
to
it
still be
around.
getting over the
Of
OG.
course they
It was
will.
an honest mistake,
please
and they've got to
welcome
move
our
on.
lads to the field.
There's the start of the second half.
Algeria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Mondi. And Boudaoui. Nouri. It's Aouar. Benacer. And Boudaoui. And it's Mahrez. Mahrez!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
And here's the chance to counter. Out to the right. And he's managed to get free. Nouri. Benacer. Mahrez. And it's made its way to him. He's in a great position here. Hoisted in. Carries far too far and out of play. Algeria still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Benacer. It's Aouar. And it's Mahrez. Guiri. Chips it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
The attendance for this
Your
match
impression
was
so far, Jim?
80,607.
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Looking to play him in. No way through, so back it comes. And it's Benacer. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the finish!
Atal really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Substitution for Algeria. Number 8.
Algeria choosing to make the first change.
Coming on the
Yeah,
field
I think he's been
is
told to play that role
number
of the
25.
tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Algeria do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He's picked his way through. Big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Boudaoui. Benacer. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Guiri. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Algeria really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Picked out brilliantly.
Algeria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That looks a cracking ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Benacer. And here's Guiri. Good ball. Goes to finish! Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's there to get it away. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like...
Takes a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Now, that's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Substitution for Algeria. Number 11.
Time for a change in personnel.
Guiri. Number 7, Mahrez. Coming on the field, number 18.
Algeria are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Benacer gets across to intercept that. Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, taken with style! They have stolen level at the last! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to a
Number
net.
25.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
2 added
That
minutes
might
has
be
been
that,
indicated.
Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Boudaoui. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Boudaoui.
And time is up. Algeria are only able to draw, a rather anticlimactic result in view of all the initial euphoria. So what do you take away? So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Guiri. He's picked his way through. Guiri! There's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
The goal scorer for Algeria after 6 minutes is number 11.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Ouattara was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mahrez. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nice looking ball. And the counter is on. Driving on and making good progress. Boudaoui. Now that's well seen too. He's given the time to pick a pass. Deftly away. And that's been won straight back. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Boudaoui actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Great ball if he can get there. Algeria leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ouattara is onto this. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Ouattara. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mahrez. Well, they can break here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ouattara. Traoré. And the through ball. He's in a great position here. Can he finish? And it's hit the woodwork and out. Mahrez. He won't be happy with that one. He shifted it to the flank. Mahrez takes control of it and he's on the move. Mahrez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Ouattara. Great vision. It's played through for him. Great ball, and he's in here. And that has been knocked clear. Taken back almost at once. Clipped into space. Good ball, good take. Oh, what a... Oh, off the bar! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Boudaoui.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Mahrez. And here's Guiri. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Butawi. And it's Traore. Tapsoba. And it's Traore. It's a good foot in there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's Aouar. Aouar. Good purposeful running this. Here's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen,
And a
they're worth their
fantastic
lead.
first half from
There was
our
genuine
boys.
intensity
More
and
action from the
purpose
second
behind
45
what they
coming
brought to
soon.
the game. I
Please
think they
welcome
want a strong
everyone.
start just after the
Lads.
break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Algeria go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Aouar. He's chosen to go back. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he cuts out the supply, and it's Mahrez. Applies the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Algeria really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Engages and forces him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Algeria are still that goal to the good. Ouattara. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's on it. Can he get away? Bensebaini puts his foot on the gas. Guiri.
The attendance for this match
60
was
minutes played.
50,913.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Tries from a long way out. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is
Substitution
applauding
for
the effort he
Algeria.
made.
Number 8.
So time for
The
change.
ten.
And this one has been on the
Coming
cards
on
for
the
a little
field
while.
is
Well, he can certainly
number
make his side a
25.
lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Algeria do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Can he get it through? Now it's Guiri. And it's Mahrez. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Benacer is the guilty party there. Looking to play him in. The ball goes in, and it's hoisted clear. Tapsoba. And he's taking no chances there. Out of play for a throw. Algeria making another change here.
Substitution for
Well, I think he'll
Algeria.
undoubtedly add more
Number 22,
movement and fluidity in the final
Ismail
third with
Benasser.
his passing range.
Coming on to replace
Still
him
no way
is
through. The
number
defending here
6.
is resolute. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Riyad Mahrez.
Algeria are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Now, what about a counter-attack? That pass has been well intercepted. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That looks a good ball through. He's had a shot! Cleared away. Chance here to counter. And that interception was most necessary. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. It's a promising position. Here comes the cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Look at the space here. There's the shot! Against the crossbar. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Guiri.
You can never be short of runners into space,
2 added
as long
minutes
as the
has been
space left
indicated.
behind is filled.
Ouattara. That's a sharp pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
No, he's not getting past him there. And there goes the final whistle. Algeria can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Guiri taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Algeria definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked.
But du capitaine.
So it all hinges on this. They need a draw to progress. It is a teasing game of football right on the very edge. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Algeria looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And he's intervened well there, and they can counter here. Aouar knocks it into space. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It's hard not to be impressed by this fella, Aouar, who's established himself as one of the more complete midfielders, and so early in his career, with some terrific performances against real European powerhouses. He has many admirers, myself included.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Mahrez. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found a way through. Great vision. Well read. And the danger is averted. Nouri.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Aouar and Boudaoui. And it's Mahrez. Mahrez! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
En el minuto 19, el dorsal 7.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
And he's away. Can he finish? Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
He's got away. Nice interception, well timed. Nouri. Algeria are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Guiri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Now, this could be a chance. Tries to play it through. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Boudaoui.
Algeria can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And the finish! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. He's having a go. And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Guiri has been caught there, it's a foul.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Atal. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Algeria are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Algeria really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Cleared away.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Can he get on the end of this? Awar tries to pass it through, and he was quick to react. Oh, can he get onto this? That looks a good ball through. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. That's going to go a long way. Nicely spread. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's having a shot! He scores! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
An act of charity, gratefully received.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that is commitment to the cause. Algeria with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Guiri. He can get that clear. That's the throw. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And it's Mahrez. He's shifting through the gears here. He gets big. It's in! Into the lead once more. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Algeria, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Tries to get it clear. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Threads one in, and he's picked out the run. Real chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Well, That's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Look at the shapes to shoot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. Point-blank header! He should have put that one away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, this lead is tight, but it does look as though it may see them through. Algeria have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately takes a shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Guiri. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So here comes a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application.
And the shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Algeria making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Driving on and making good progress. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
How can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Algeria grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Now he's off and running. And it's made its way to him. That's good running with the ball. He's gone for goal! Well, that is remarkable. That looks a cracking ball. Real chance here. Very nicely done. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that is that. Well, this is the sight of a dream fulfilled. They have made it through the group stage successfully, with the glamour and the glory of the knockout phase to come. Well, how will we look back on that?
Algeria really have struggled, Peter, but I think there's a lot of positives they can take from surviving such a tough group stage. They'll take confidence from that.
Ha sido una derrota amarga, pero aprenderemos de ella.